Hales low. We're a little early tonight, aren't we, George?
We are a little early. Black Ops says, I have the first like.
Nice
I
job.
disagree. I think I do.
Oh, Curious George apparently
I
has
do.
the first like. We're going live just a few minutes early this evening because we haven't given pretty much anybody notice that we are still going live, regardless of us being stranded up on an island.
Yeah.
And Woodsy Gaming, hey, Hales low. Parker Ebert, the Penny Hoarder, Hales low to you. And also, Kendra Bear. What are you doing,
Nothing.
Curious George?
Nothing.
We're doing fantastic. Kendra Bear, Hales low. Karen Sue, Hales low. Alex, Hayes low. Cassandra, Hales low. And here we go. Ethan, Hales low. Sophie, Hales low. Lewis Rains, Hales low. Irene, Sprinkle, Hales low. Hey, there's Dolly. You're not supposed to be on vacation. You can only. That's so true.
What did
That's
you
so
say?
true. She said
You
you're not
can only
supposed.
afford backyard.
Backyard, remember? That's true.
A staycation.
Yeah.
Well, technically, it's like a staycation because we're still in Ohio.
Well, it's really not even a vacation. It's been a working trip the entire time.
Yeah.
We haven't stopped working. So I've been filming and editing, and guess who else has been filming and editing now that she's officially fun
This
employed?
girl.
So Terry said
we
stranded.
stranded?
Not this time. We
Yeah,
were
not
last
this
fall
time.
though. No, the new truck has been
And
good.
a couple weekends ago when we attempted
Oh
to
yeah,
come to Kelly's
that was
Island the
last
first
week,
time.
sweetheart. That was
Yeah.
last week. That cost us crazy insane amount of money. $50,000
Over 50 grand.
in expenses that week between the truck breaking down, trying to get to Kelly's Island, buying the new truck. $50,000. Pamela Lynn says, "Good evening."
And the tickets that you've got.
Yeah, tickets. I had to. Yeah, all of that. That was last week. A
Breaking
lot
the
of.
law. Breaking
Yeah,
the law.
the
over
ticket,
here.
$250 for the ticket, plus
Two
another
tickets.
100.
You got two tickets.
Two tickets.
Yeah.
I was on the phone with the local radio station, and I was on hold, and I got a ticket because I was on the phone, even though I wasn't actually on the phone. Hales low, Pamela Lynn, and there's Landshark Picker as well. Hales low, Landshark Picker, and we got Michael Bird. What the Hales? Good evening. Be safe out there. We're trying to be safe.
Ronald wanted to know what part of Ohio we're from.
You want to go ahead?
I'm from the Cleveland area in Ohio, and Jeremy
I
is...
grew up in a suburb of Cleveland as well, so I grew up in Elyria, Ohio, then moved to Grafton, Ohio in high school, and now I'm in Wayne County, and you're up in Independence.
Yeah, Cleveland area.
Yeah, well,
I just
guess,
say Cleveland. That
yeah.
way people know where Cleveland is.
I don't know. Somebody just said we're going to have to work twice as hard. Now, we don't actually have all of your comments like we usually would on a laptop because we are on an island with very limited cell coverage.
Grimes Fines is on. What up, Justin?
He said, "Hey from Dallas, Hales low."
Hey, hey, hey.
North Royalton, Ohio. Oh, Laura's
Yeah,
from
not
North
too far.
Royalton, not far at all.
I graduated from Brecksville, Broadview Heights High,
Ronald.
so that's near North
Ronald's
Royalton.
in Newark, which we've gone there a couple times, and Columbus. Now he's in
That's
Texas,
where the
though.
shilling went down.
Yeah, that is when that's where the shilling went down. So we got
Deborah's got to go back to work.
Oh,
Thanks for hopping on, Deborah.
Deborah, we got to get you fun employed. Hales low, Melissa W. I keep seeing Melissa W making a phone call to you on your phone. Is it that Melissa W or another
Oh
one?
no, I know another Melissa W. She
Oh,
used to be one
okay.
of my employees. She literally just called
Just
me.
called. I was like, oh, I didn't know they were calling each other.
Yeah.
I was like, I knew George loves Melissa W, but I didn't know they were that close. They were swapping cell phones and everything. But
It's another Melissa W.
Chris Wright says, Hales low from Seattle. Somebody said Jeebus is sick of California.
Is
I
he
I
sick?
think he's just sick in California. I don't think he's sick of
What's he sick
California.
with?
I don't
Do you
think
know?
I don't think we know yet because we've been away. We did a little bit
I
of
wonder
texting.
if he has like a sinus infection or something,
That might be. That very well could be.
or like a respiratory infection.
Well, that could be, but I don't know because we've been away from cell coverage. He's texted me once. We hit 100,000.
Someone said
His
he got sick from all the chicken
nuggets.
chicken nugget disease.
So he texted me
Pirate's on. Maybe
congratulations.
Pirate can tell us. What is Jeebus sick with?
Yeah, Pirate. What's Jeebus sick with? Dr. Flip It, Thriss McKay sent $2.
Appreciate
That's
it.
part of fun unemployed. Money in and money out.
out,
Thank
yeah.
you. Yep, that's the truth of it.
You gotta
there we
spend
go.
money to make money.
Lazy Walking Pea, $1.99. Love the shirts. You
Thanks,
want
Lazy Walking
to
Pea.
share with everybody
Yeah.
about the shirts?
Let's go ahead and show them.
Okay.
Now that I'm officially fun employed, I design these shirts. I say fun employed and then what the Hales. And then little man even has a onesie made, but he's not with us right now.
He's still at summer camp. We're still picking him up from summer camp, even though he did get a video made today of himself. So
storage auction price said it's 50 degrees in the house.
well,
So he might have walking pneumonia. He might want to go
it's
get
about
checked
the same
out.
temperature that I keep it in the camper.
50?
Yeah, well, 68. I don't take it any lower than 68. But you're always like, I'm freezing.
Yeah, I'm a freeze baby. I am a freeze baby.
And I am always not freezing.
So back to the fun employed shirts. There's several designs that are going to be coming out, and I'll have it available when we get back in town, because you do have to be on a desktop in order to launch it. It is designed through Teespring. So the nice thing is all of our new merch will be in every single YouTube video. In the bottom it's called like a video shelf. So I'll have that linked up when we get back in town tomorrow evening.
We'll get back tomorrow evening. Yep.
It'll be sometime this week. It'll be up before next Sunday's Q&A. But
Greg wants to know
what
what
the max size for the Fun Employed t-shirts are. 5X.
That's
the max.
Okay. All right. Grimes Finds wants to know, can we get over 1,000 viewers tonight?
Let's share.
I bet we can. We were over 800. I'm not sure if we've ever hit 1,000 on a live stream
during one sitting. I know a lot of people hop on, hop off. Yeah. People hop back on.
Like at the end of a live stream, it'll be 3,000 people were actually jumped in and out. But
all at one time.
At one time, I think we've been like 850, maybe somewhere in there.
Yeah, that would be amazing if we can get 1,000 people all at once.
There you
Marsha
go.
Williams, time to roast the marshmallows.
Okay.
Happy 100,000. Speaking of which, Marsha, we still have the hoodie.
So there's so much to discuss. Let's get a little bit organized here, okay? Number one, we'll get to the hoodie. Number one, biggest thing, if you are not aware yet, George has a huge announcement, which is you are officially Fun Employed.
Fun Employed as of July 4th.
So
I quit my job. I went from I can't picture myself doing anything with storage auctions and reselling to I quit my job to become a full-time reseller.
So like 9 months ago when I said, hey, would you ever consider doing this with me? And she's like, Hales, no. But she'd say, I support you. 9 months later now, she's in full, she just jumped in feet first and designing shirts.
There's a couple reasons why I decided to do it.
Let's figure it all out. Why did you?
The biggest reason for me was when I was diagnosed with cancer. I realized that life was too short, and Jeremy said that I could probably make more reselling, and which he was true because I was doing it part-time and then helping him.
Now, let's emphasize you have a very good job, administrative job in healthcare.
Yes.
And so there's nothing wrong with a minimum wage job whatsoever. But this is not some small job. This is an administrative job in healthcare.
Yes. I left my managerial position to become a full-time reseller, and I was able to make pretty decent money doing it part-time, and I was able to pay off my student loans much quicker than I anticipated just from doing the side hustle of reselling.
All right, Wild Nick 2 Games sent $2. God bless, from Tyler, Texas. All right,
Appreciate
Wild Nick, there
it.
you go. Thank you so much. There's probably more down here that we haven't seen yet. So let's see. Let's scroll through. So you are officially, as of July 4th, July 4th represented two different things for you.
Two celebrations.
Which were?
Independence Day.
And
then Independence Day for me of being my own boss.
So she celebrated the independence of the country and then celebrated her independence and her freedom being fun employed.
Fun employed.
So if you're not inspired yet to be fun employed, one of the things we always share, if we can do it,
you guys can certainly do it. Gregory Bell asks, how do you like not working anymore. I mean, we still work, we just technically don't have a job.
So here's the thing with fun employment. When you're fun employed, your hours are always. That's what it amounts to. You are a business and your hours are always. When you work for somebody else, you clock in and you clock out, typically, unless you're a salaried position. So fun employment is more like working 3 full-time jobs around the clock versus 1 job for somebody else. But I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah.
So that's number 1 announcement. You are officially 100% fun employed. I see we got Storage Hundreds Vegas on here as well. Grimes Finds. We've got Storage Auction Pirate. A bunch of our friends on here. We appreciate them being there,
yes,
because we want to personally thank them for a milestone that we've been able to accomplish, and I don't think we could have ever accomplished it without the group that we have surrounded ourselves with very, very intentionally, which is what, George?
Nicole Spencer sent $5 super chat, says #funemployed.
Nice.
That's right, Nicole. Boop.
So biggest announcement. Mrs. Locker Nuts is on there as well.
Storage Hunters Vegas, Lori and Brandon.
So if they haven't heard yet, what's another big thing that happened this past week, 2 days ago? You forget? Oh my goodness, I can't believe you forget. You forget. Really?
Hold on a second.
Oh my goodness.
Give me a second to think.
You should try filming her sometime. Take 1, take 2, take 3.
Cut.
Oh my, oh my, oh my.
Refresh my memory.
Babe, what is the biggest thing that happened to the channel this week?
That we hit 100,000 subscribers.
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
So can you share with them?
We hit that. I predicted that we would hit 100,000 subscribers sometime in July, but what are the odds of it happening right around the time that I become fun employed? I think it's a triple celebration.
So
right? Triple celebration.
She's been celebrating too much. She can't even remember what she's celebrating.
There's so much going on that it's hard to
There
remember
is a lot
everything.
going on. There is a lot going on. And we honestly have been working around the clock. Even though we say we're on vacation, we've been working around the clock, filming, editing, and
responding to
comments.
Our awesome community.
Yeah.
We want to make sure that we heart every single comment out there, because we want you to know that we do read all of your comments. We may not have time to respond to all of the comments. We want to know that we want you to know that we acknowledge all of your comments by leaving that little heart.
Heather Malone, Hales low to you, Heather. So we hit 100,000. What does that mean in YouTube world, though? So for those who don't know what 100,000 subscribers means, what does that mean?
In a nutshell, it basically means that our channel is now verified. So technically, we've graduated from YouTube Academy,
okay,
and now we are a verified channel. In addition to that, YouTube sends you a reward for kind of like an appreciation award. So they send like a silver.
Not a
play belt.
participation reward, an appreciation, because not everybody gets these. You have to hit the thresholds. You have to work for it. And what's that reward?
It's a silver play button.
Woohoo!
So we have to wait. We have to wait for YouTube to send us a notification of when we can claim that silver play button. And once we get that, I think we're gonna make a video about it. And
I don't know. We talked about so many ideas today. So
our celebration for it, and then going back to the hoodie, the poll that I posted.
So she's transitioning into the hoodie now. If you can't tell, I'm a very detail organized guy. So I have an outline in my mind. I usually type an outline out for George actually we did away with the outlines because we've got the program down. But so here we go.
I don't want to forget about the poll.
So George wants to talk to you guys about the hoodie, which
here's
I
hoodie.
have officially given her hoodie since we hit 100,000. And so it is in her possession, but she was taking hoodie piece by precious piece. Now, if you haven't watched the past couple of videos this week, there's one on treasure hunting over a shipwreck. You gotta watch that because that thing was so awesome and so much fun. And then we have another one, treasure hunting with just normal rocks. and how you can make money with just normal rocks. You want to make some money and you say, I don't have any money? We teach you how to do it with just finding rocks this week. And so you'll also find out what happened with these. So all that being said, here you go, George. Why don't you talk to your people about what your plan is, what's going on.
If you guys know how to get to the community tab on our channel, I did post a poll, because originally I was going to, well, the agreement between you and I was once we hit 100,000 subscribers, I could burn the hoodie.
Mm-hmm.
But then feelings have shifted, because hoodie is a big part of what the Hales. It was part of Jeremy's identity.
Blood.
So
there are blood stains. Do you guys remember when I actually cut and sliced my finger on the razor blade on the druggie unit? There's blood stains on here and sweat. And do you remember when I remembered how to sew from Home Economics? Actually, I just pulled up Frankenstein movie and I watched that. And I mean, this is.
Are you crying?
A little bit. No, I was coughing. So here we go.
So back to the poll that's on our community. I did leave a poll, and there's 3 options you can choose from. The first one is Hales, yes.
Back up just a little bit. How do they even find the community? When
you go to our channel, there's a tab that says community. You want to click on that community tab.
So they specifically have to type in
what
the Hales, click on what the Hales.
You can only be on a cell phone device, a tablet device, or a desktop device. You can't be on the TV, otherwise you're not going to be able to see those settings. So you have to be on your cell phone, tablet, or desktop. And then once you're physically into the channel, you click on community. If you haven't already seen it, like in your community post, kind of like how Facebook has a news feed, YouTube has a news feed too. So the 3 options you can choose from.
Apparently, Storage Hunters Vegas has given everybody an option. They're saying, frame the hoodie. And JK has been big proponent of saving the hoodie. Restorage the hoodie. Hashtag restorage the hoodie.
So, Grimes Finds, appreciate it.
Oh, nice job, Justin. Thank you.
So the options are 1, Hales yes, burn the hoodie. The second option is Hales no, frame the hoodie. And the third option is auction it off and use whatever the proceeds are and just put it towards more future Restorage the Love.
Borderline Hoarder says, I say Restorage the Love. So make sure you vote in the poll. That is George's poll. She does all of the online, the communications, the whole deal. That's all George. So that's her poll. Because she actually she hasn't made marshmallows over it yet.
No.
Although she has made me some absolutely.
I'm gonna go look at the poll now and
incredible.
See where it's at.
She's made me some incredible s'mores this past week, and so she makes them with Kit Kats in the middle, and so the chocolate
Hershey's. It's gotta be.
Oh my goodness, the chocolate just drools right down.
We'll never buy plain Hershey bars again. It's Kit Kat.
And how much marshmallow do I get stuck on my face in the whole process of eating them?
A
lot. And the reason why I have facial hair is because George actually likes facial hair. So before I met her, then I never had facial hair, and she's like, hey, you want to grow some facial hair? I was like, I wish I could grow some right here and right here.
This is what the poll looks like. If you can see it.
Oh, there you go, on the angle there you go.
Right now, Hales yes, burn the hoodie is at 23%.
Whoa!
1.4 thousand votes so far. Hales no for frame the hoodie at 21%. And then auction off the hoodie and use the money towards Restorage the Love is at 56%.
56%.
So far, auctioning off the hoodie and using the proceeds towards our movement of Restorage the Love is at 56%. So I think we're gonna let the poll go on for an additional week and then see what the
Mrs.
final
Lockernuts
count is.
voted for the auction. If we don't see your chat, it's because we're on a cell phone, even though your chat is coming up in front of us. And the best way for us to see it is actually a super chat, because it'll just hold right there.
It'll just pop
instead
up in front of us.
Like if there's 20 comments, it'll just go, and we can only see 3 at a time.
Pamela Lynn's never had s'mores.
I think she said that before. That we're gonna have to change that sometime.
We are
soon.
gonna have to change
Yeah.
that.
So Luke 37 wants to know, what the Hales did you name the truck? Are we
another
ready?
announcement, yeah.
Are we ready to share?
We told you guys we would share that information with you tonight.
Okay, so one of the things that I've always done throughout my life is I've named my vehicles. And a lot of times it's because I've had different vehicles, so it's easier to just say, hey, boom, that vehicle, this vehicle, and you give them a name. So the Ford, the F-150, the blue one that you usually see with the what the Hales all around it, that was the Blue Beast. And Facebook actually named that when I bought it 5 years ago. So you guys actually contributed so many incredible names that I could have never come up with on my own.
There were so many good ones that it was hard to decipher which one.
So
it was even hard to come up with the top 3.
So before we tell them which name actually is being chosen for the truck based on their recommendations, can you share with them some of your favorite names that they actually submitted?
Well, for those of you who don't know, Jeremy needed, 1, his truck broke down last weekend, and 2, he needed to upgrade because his F-150 wasn't equipped to haul a camper, so we needed to upgrade.
Well, it was equipped, but it wasn't going to be equipped to go all over the world. Well, not the world yet, but the United States with mountains, and it was just going to push it too hard. And so there was always in the plan to upgrade into a bigger truck, into a 3/4 ton anyway. So
if you haven't seen the video where we purchased the
Sarcastic
truck,
Stacker says it's going to be goose egg. He knows it. He knows it. They're naming it goose egg.
We ended up purchasing a black Dodge Ram.
Pure black.
It's all black.
There's not even any chrome on the outside.
It's really sexy.
So the first thing she sees it, she's like, oh wow, that one's, which I didn't want this one. I wanted the blue F-250, and which happened to be about $10,000 cheaper as well. so we haven't even shared with them how much we paid. So should we share, because we had them guess that too. Shannon is saying name it Black Hawk. I remember they're saying Black Hawk. Northwest RC Club just sent $2. Morning, guys. Hope you have a great trip away. Thank you so much, Northwest.
It. He's all the way in the UK.
Mark Petters,
2 a.m. there.
He says no hoodie, lose a subscriber. No, burn the hoodie. You'll lose a subscriber if you do. Woohoo!
Well, so far that's the least amount of votes, Mark, that people are clicking on.
Okay, so we did purchase the truck. And as with Mark Lewis just sent $2 and said rich people problems.
We're far from rich.
Do we know anybody with rich people? All right, so we did walk into the dealership and with cash, and said we're going to make a cash purchase today. We did it with all pennies. Actually, it was well, if you saw the video, you saw what the bills were. But bought the truck with tax and title included. So remember, this is the whole purchase up in there. Tax and title included. George, how much was it? Because we had them guess, but we never told them how much it actually was.
After taxes?
Taxes are included, the purchase price.
Oh, altogether?
Altogether, the purchase price was
$44,000.
Now, that being said, it's not a stripped down truck. It has every
it's got
bell
the bells and
whistle there possibly is, which was important to you
because we're going to be spending a lot of time in the truck, which we do now when we're traveling to the auctions, because sometimes we'll drive.
I was sleeping back here 2 nights ago while the video was compiling here at the actual marina. Mm-hmm. I could not keep my eyes awake or open, and I was sleeping back here while it was compiling. So so we paid $44,000 for the truck, mostly
for the comfort factor, and plus we need something that's going to do the job of hauling a camper across the U.S. when we take our channel on the road, because
you're living out of the truck.
We're going to be living out of the truck.
All right. And some of your favorite names were?
Big Sexy was one.
All right, which I know that one came from Little Mama's stalker as well. She was saying Big Sexy. Wait, no, she was saying some other things too. which I probably should not say on this live stream.
Polly said, man, being fun employee is expensive.
You have no idea. Last week, over $50,000 in bills just trying to get up to Kelly's Island, truck breaking down, buying another truck, getting a ticket.
Casey Collins, appreciate it.
And that was just vehicle and trying to get to Kelly's Island. I spent $50,000 last week, and that's not my normal bills for everything else in life. Okay, so you liked Big Sexy. What else did you like?
Big Sexy. Goose Egg was obviously a good one.
You loved that one. You loved that one.
God, there were so many. It's hard to remember them all.
By the way, the good news is when you're fun employed, all of these are tax deductible expenses. In other words, it doesn't mean you get that much money back from the government. It means the government doesn't tax you on those expenses. So the $50,000, those are business expenses. I will not be taxed on that. So that's the good thing about all of that.
The Black Pearl?
The Black Pearl was one of my favorites because we are treasure hunting all the time and everywhere.
Yeah.
We were even treasure hunting today.
So it would have been appropriate for...
But we also felt that
channel.
Pirate, really, Storage Auction Pirate, that's his theming. And while I want to buy an eye patch that's a Storage Auction Pirate, and while he told all of his people on his live stream to go tell Jeremy, name it the Black Pearl, we were going another direction. Out of respect and reverence for Storage Auction Pirate. I mean, he's the godfather of storage auctions.
True OG.
He's the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? So,
the GOAT.
That being said, there was another submission that took the beauty of the truck name.
Someone said call it Fun Employed. Traveling John.
And the beauty of an Egyptian, and took Ram and Z's and Ramses and put it all together, and I went, I love it. And so Ramses was so creative and just right up my alley. Dr. Flip It Thrift McKay said $2 Egyptian princess. Bam! That's why we went with the Ramses. Now, Rambo, I also loved Rambo.
Rambo was a good one.
So remember, I was like, oh, I love Rambo. I love Rambo. We need to call this thing Rambo. And then the submissions for Ramses started coming in. And I was like, well, forget Rambo. It's got to be Ramses. And so Ramses is now the official name of the truck.
Tell them how do you spell Ramses?
Baby,
The spelling.
baby, I'm fun employed. I'm not a spelling bee champion. I get trophies for buying junk and people watching it, not for spelling. How do you spell Ramses? R-A-M-E-S. So we're gonna spell it R-A-M-E-Z-Z-E. Ramses. Is that how you want to spell it? Pretty sure that's how she wants to spell it. She's ignoring me now.
Sorry, someone's spamming our chat.
Oh, somebody's spamming? Well, don't worry about that. Moderators will take care of the spam. Okay.
Got it.
Bam! So. What?
Ramses.
There you go. With all the Z's. Because we'll be living out of the truck. So, to sum everything up to this point, George is now officially, as of July 4th, fully fun employed. She is an employee of What the Hales, or often called Hales Corp as well.
Hales Corp.
And she has developed fun employed t-shirts, and there will be many more t-shirts that she actually is developing that you'll have an opportunity to get your hands on if you want to. She's taking a poll.
For those of you who hopped on the live later and you're interested in getting a fun employed some fun employed merch, I won't be able to link that until next week. So it'll for sure be up before next Sunday's live Q&A.
We hit 100,000 subscribers this week, which was absolutely incredible.
Woo-hoo.
So our next goal is 1 million.
500,000. Let's do 500,000.
1 million.
Will be the next goal, and then 1 million.
I'm up in the ante. 1 million bajillion now. Aim small,
The
miss
pressure's
small.
on. The pressure is on.
1 million bajillion. Take that, Pootie Pie. So, George is taking a poll as well.
I don't think we'll ever catch up with Pootie Pie.
Baby, I got the cutie pie. I think we can catch up with pootie pie. All right, so Georgia's taking a poll as well. She has not burned the actual hoodie yet. She's taking a poll in the community whether you want her to burn it, frame it, auction it off, okay? So.
Which also reminds me, so by next Sunday, if it ends up right now, auctioning it off is in the lead. So if it ends up being auctioned off by next Sunday, then I'll put it on eBay. And then we'll share the link with you guys on next Sunday's live Q&A, so that if you guys want to bid on it, we'll provide the link for you.
Okay, so
it'll be available for auction on eBay if that continues to be the running vote.
So right now you're at 56% that says that is the running vote.
Yes.
So all that being said, we can now get into our viewer questions with our remaining 30 minutes. It's actually 27 minutes according to the screen here. So let's hear some of your questions. Terry Houston just said it's still at 56%, so we're good there.
Restores the Love is at 56%.
Yep.
Patty Gibbs wants to know, are you Indian, George?
Oh, Patty probably is a new subscriber.
No, I'm Egyptian.
So
but I do get Indian a lot.
And Asian. And what she loves to say when somebody calls her Asian, she says,
for the last time, I'm not Asian. In that voice.
Usually that voice. First hoodie had when
you had.
K Fry said that's the first hoodie you had when you met. Yes, it is. And every day after that, I wore this hoodie, and she some reason wants to burn it. I told her, don't try and change me, woman. By the way, you guys realize that's a joke. Not really. I said that to her. Did I say that to you? Have I ever told you not to try and change me?
Oh, you've never said that.
I should start that.
Okay.
Remember when I dress and you're like, you look like such a dad. And I'm like, you want me to change? And I get that face, and I run back upstairs.
There's this one top that he'll put on, and it's like a bowling top.
Okay,
it's
first
like a
of all,
button-down bowling
it's
shirt.
a blue Nautica shirt, and I absolutely love it. And the blue, my eyes change color based on what I'm wearing, and it brings the blue out in my eyes. I love the shirt. And
the color's great on you.
Hates it.
The color is great on you. I just don't like the style of it.
Her thing always is she says I don't have any swag and I'm a dad. Yeah, I'm a tall white nerd. I mean that's what it comes down to. All right. Oh wait, you missed some. She's getting them. Elizabeth Welsh cousin sent $2. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. Karen Sue Nader wants to know, when is the wedding? What wedding? Do you know about any weddings?
Well, first engagement needs to come in place, but we don't even know when that is. Sarcastic Stacker sent $5, says to reach 1 million subs would take the Carolina Reaper Challenge.
Do you know what that is?
The Carolina Reaper Challenge has something to do with hot dogs, doesn't it?
Oh, is that what him and Icy just did? Yeah, we watched that.
Appreciate it, Sarcastic.
Bam!
Goose egg!
Which we hope to get together with Sarcastic Stacker really soon.
A couple people are asking, where do we go to vote? Make sure you go onto our What the Hales page from either a cell phone device, a tablet
Sherry
device.
Edwards wants to know, are we wanting babies? We're well past baby making stages
we
in
both
life.
have a 20-year-old.
Yeah,
he has a 20-year-old. I have a 20-year-old. We don't want to start all over again.
It's not physically possible anymore. That's the easiest and most polite way to say it. After number 3, for me.
The Mad Vermonter wants to know, how are you going to do resale if you're going to go across the country?
Ooh, that's a good question. You want me to answer that?
Well, I can answer part of it.
Okay, you answer part of it, and then I'll answer part of it.
We have employees that sell for us.
Well, she just answered my part.
And then also, when we travel across the country, even though we're buying storage units for people for our subscribers, the catch is that you let us keep 3 items from the unit, and then we plan on reselling those items.
And we're going to use that and incorporate it in the videos to teach you more of the eBay system or the online selling system with those 3 items, which we do not currently show. And there's a couple reasons why we don't currently show that. That portion of eBay reselling on YouTube is just saturated, completely and totally saturated. And for as many channels and as many people teaching it, there are just as many ways. And we believe we have a way that makes the most money because we've tried everything else. And one of the things that I'm best at is finding something, breaking it down into its parts, into its systems, and then learning how to actually use that to its best ability. And you may say manipulate the data, but it's not manipulating the data. It's actually enhancing, knowing the system, and then growing with that system. And so that's one of the things that we do on eBay, and we're going to share some of that with you when we get on the road full time.
Mrs. Lockernuts wants to know what's been the highlight of your vacation, and she put vacation in quotes.
This morning. Do you want to tell them what we did this morning?
The highlight? Oh gosh. Every day there's been something exciting.
What's your highlight though?
The sunsets on the island have been incredible. You want to do a spoiler alert, don't you?
Watch tomorrow night's video and be ready to soil your pants.
Because I did.
Watch
Northwest
tomorrow
RC
night's
Prep
video.
Said $2 says frame the hoodie. It's part of the channel history.
Isn't that the truth?
It's history. In
yeah,
the
it is. It is. It's history.
Appreciate it.
It is history. Oh, there we go. Anything with an engine. There's Zach.
What up, Zach?
So anything with an engine, you see here, he just sent $5. He says he's got to take a 5-minute break from under a truck to say hi. He's actually
that truck he's describing.
He's under the Blue Beast. And so an amazing thing when a YouTuber reaches out and says, hey, we would love to help actually fix your truck for you. And so anything with an engine is actually working on the What the Hales Blue Beast right now.
Yeah.
And you'll get to see more about that later in the videos too.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you. We appreciate that so much, Zach. Ferguson Ellisa wants to know, where will you travel to, George?
All over the U.S. Our goal is to hit up every state, including Hawaii.
Absolutely.
And Alaska. We probably won't take our camper over to Hawaii, but we do have friends that live in Hawaii that we're going to stay with. But I know that they do have storage auctions there. But we're not exactly sure how we want to plan out the map, but we are going to announce it. I think we're going to try and figure it out month by month. And then
so what we'll be announcing this fall, you will actually, if you want us to come meet you and buy you a storage unit, go to the auction with you and buy you a storage unit, then what we're going to do is actually have a process for you to submit your, what would you call that? You submit your entry for you to be chosen for us to come and meet you and take you to the auction and buy a storage unit for you. So we'll share all of that with you.
Woo us.
We'll share that all with you this fall in preparation for winter in January for us coming and to come see you. The diesel is coming in. Let me close that there.
Mm-hmm.
You smelling that diesel? That's not me, I promise. And let me close.
And yes, we'll be in the warmer states during the winter time.
Which island on Hawaii, and how's the new truck treating you so far? Turtle Trader wants to know.
Which, oh my gosh, I'm having a brain
You
fart.
think about the island.
Oahu. It's Oahu.
We love the truck. The truck has been absolutely amazing. We truly do love the truck. Are you selling Fun Employed shirts yet? She will be. Check out the videos next week, and then you'll be able to get a Fun Employed shirt.
Eventually,
right at the bottom of the video.
Mm-hmm. I'll be able to set up our account onto the YouTube platform.
Laura,
you'll be able to see like a shelf underneath every single YouTube.
Laura says she's getting phone calls about buying houses, and she swears it sounds like me. I can promise you, number one, I wouldn't call you about buying a house. If I called you, it would be about me buying the house because I'm into real estate. Real estate is the best investment you can ever make. Lazy Walking P is now going to say amen to that, brother. And then, and I don't call, honestly, I don't make very many phone calls whatsoever. I try and stay off the phone. Dina says, enjoy your newfound freedom.
Appreciate it.
We haven't killed each other yet, so
Not
that's
yet.
a bonus. Now, she has tried. She has tried multiple times.
What?
Huh?
No, I haven't.
You see what I mean? You see what I mean?
No, I haven't. Carol sent $5, says, love watching you guys. Love that you give back when you can. Appreciate it, Carol.
Bam! Restorage the love, hashtag.
Help spread that movement, hashtag Restorage the love.
V Fanny 1 wants to know, did you name the truck? We did announce just a little bit earlier the truck's official name as submitted by our subscribers, Ramses. Ramses. R-A-M-E-Z-Z-E.
What Jeff is saying, Wooster is really hot right now. Is it Wooster or Worcester?
I always say I'm not a wuss. So if you're from Worcester, you say Worcester, but I'm not a wuss. So I would say Wooster. So the property in Wooster is really hot.
Oh, Storage Slayer says, hi guys, used to be Austin 216, but go by the name change finally. What kind of camera do you guys recommend to start doing videos with? Which actually, I took a screenshot of a comment you left, Storage Slayer, earlier that I wanted to share on the live.
All right, you're gonna bring it up right now? You bring it up and I'm gonna tell them. So I do everything on my Samsung S7. So the S7 is, it's got scratches in the screen. I've had to change the lens on the camera, the actual cover, not the lens inside the camera. I've beaten the snot out of the thing, and it's time to upgrade. I actually did upgrade to an S9, but then it wasn't compatible with my service plan, so I had to send it back. And so, all that being said, everything you see on the channel has been done with a Samsung S7. It's done with a phone. We are right now live streaming from that Samsung S7. Everything, every editing thing you see, the music and the trimming and the this and the that, it's all done on my phone. So all that being said, nobody has an excuse that they can't do YouTube. Yep, Lazy Walking P said, amen to that, brother. Bam! All right, you wanna go ahead and read his message?
Yep.
Okay.
So earlier he said on our live where we went live on Friday morning.
Yeah.
Just says, hey y'all, I know you said you started back doing the videos because you were in a 5 to 6 month hiatus.
Yes, I was.
He goes, I think it's September of last year. That is when I started watching you while I was recovering from my triple bypass. When I first saw y'all, I knew it was what I wanted to do. I started with $20 just doing the thrifting, and every time I made money, I used it to buy more. Now I have bought 3 units. The first unit was bad, but I still made a little bit of profit. The last 2 I bought was at a live auction with Icy Profits, Sarcastic Stacker, and Jay Smooth, who we haven't met yet.
No, we haven't met Jay Smooth yet.
He has his own channel, but we haven't seen it yet. They are the 2 little units that keep crapping cash. LOL. I just hope that I get to get on y'all's level one day to where I could be fun employed full time. Thank you. God bless and congratulations. Going to start my channel up soon.
Love it.
Yes, we love to hear success stories like this, and then we love to know that we inspire our viewers to either go thrifting. You may not, you don't have to have a whole lot of money. Start off small like thrifting and then upgrade to storage units.
So one of the things I always say is start small. And what, George? Start small.
Start small.
Make small mistakes.
Then go big and make no mistakes. And that rule of thumb applies to everything in life.
Not everything.
Everything in life.
Okay, she says everything. Jack Sparrow 444 says, I like your videos. Jack Sparrow 444 sending love.
Right back, yeah.
Right back to you. We love that you love it. Can't believe that you watch it. Turtle Trader says, Sarcastic Stacker, enjoy your videos. We love Sarcastic Stacker's videos too. He cracks us.
Yeah, he's a funny dude.
Again, that being said, we love humor. And a lot of, we've got, is it 19.5 million views right now on our videos? So I think we're at about 19.5 million views on our videos, and they are saturated with humor. Like 95% of the video content is humor, and not everybody gets that, or not everybody understands it or appreciates it. And we truly appreciate Sarcastic Stacker's humor.
Mark Lewis sent $2, says, I vote the 98 degrees Nick Lachey tattoo to honor 100K. Where at, Mark? Where on his body?
98 degrees. It's hot in Ohio.
Locker Nut says, "What's up, guys? Just finished cleaning out a unit for the day and jumping on late. That's okay.
Locker Nuts, we didn't see you there.
Eva S sent $5. Super chat says, half 2 a.m. in Ireland.
Holy cow.
And staying up again to watch you. Much love from Ireland. Love you guys. Oh, appreciate that you're staying up this late.
What the Hales are you doing up at this time, Eva?
Bad TR8S sent $10.
Bad
Appreciate
Tourette's?
it.
Is that Bad Tourette's?
Maybe.
It could be. George!
Squirrel.
Bad Tourette's also said,
Oh, someone's
Hales of a
watching all
Heart,
the way from Tokyo.
restores the love.
I love that our viewers are from all over the world.
Janette's watching from Florida. Wow. Myra's looking for somebody from Jacksonville. And Eva says we're her favorite couple.
Aww.
Now that you're officially fun employed, can I get a kiss?
Not on the live.
She still won't kiss me. She's a full-time employee and I still can't get a kiss. Do you see this? Would that be harassment? Are you on the clock right now? Hey, George. Would this be harassment now that you're a fun employee? All right, she's saying a little bit. Veronica Harris just sent $2. Who gets to pick out the IT?
Who gets to pick out the IT? Oh God, Veronica, I don't understand your question.
It doesn't matter. The answer is always going to be George. So pound it, because if heaven forbid I pick it out, woo, not good. Did they all know that Asian women are feisty?
But I'm not Asian.
You're supposed to say, for the last time, I'm not Asian. Say it that way. Can you say it that way? Debbie Vaughn dares you to kiss me.
Oh, a dare. Hold on.
I'm going to lose the business to an harassment
says,
claim.
I married my boss.
Now I'm his boss. Yeah. I know how that feels. I know how it feels. Jim Angle sent $10. Thanks, Jim. Bam!
I think Jim recently bought his first unit as well.
Oh, did he?
If it's the same Jim Angle.
Well, there's probably only one Jim Angle, unless there's somebody out there with a different angle on the name Jim. You see what I did there?
If it's the same Jim that I recall, he sent us an email.
Dina Nugent says, Jeremy, you're embarrassing her. Dina, can we just pause for a second? You don't know George the way that I know George. This woman does not embarrass. Now, she may play it off on camera. This woman is embarrassed by nothing at all. At all. Nothing. And so she will play it off on camera. This woman's personality is bigger times 1,000 than mine. Now, she'll dial it down on camera, but I assure you all, this woman is not embarrassed. She's gonna play it embarrassed for you, but when the camera goes off. So anyways.
Laura Lee sent $2, says, congrats on everything good thing. Your karma is good. Appreciate it, Laura.
Oh wait, I thought you were fist pumping me. There you go. Oh, now I thought you were, okay. Do you think, Misty Allen, do you think YouTube played a huge part in your success? Misty, if you mean YouTube as far as the channel reaching 100,000, absolutely, because without the platform, we could have never hit 100,000. Mm-hmm. If you mean the success of reselling, no.
You've been reselling since you were 19.
Reselling forever. Now, YouTube, when we resell to YouTubers, if YouTubers want something, you can guarantee, like a YouTuber goes, I want this and I'll offer you $10 for it. Okay? I'm just going to be extremely transparent, real with you guys right now. If they go, hey, I want $10 for this, it's going to take an hour for me to find it in the warehouse, then an hour to bring it home.
They can see the sunset.
They can?
Yeah.
That's great.
We parked so that you guys can see the sunset behind us in the marina. So
then to communicate with a YouTuber and then to ship it and the whole, so let's say you have 2 hours wrapped up in trying to sell a $10 item to a YouTuber. I value my time at about $100 an hour. I want my time to be generating $100 an hour. So that's $200 that I could have made somewhere else to make a $10 sale. And so selling to YouTubers, while we enjoy doing that doesn't help in resale success at all. As a matter of fact, we'll probably lose more money doing that. But we enjoy the interaction with the actual YouTuber, so we continue to do it.
We don't mind giving our viewers a nice, sweet deal.
But it doesn't help resell success. But if you mean, has YouTube played a part in the channel success, then absolutely, because you can't do it without YouTube as far as the platform. It all depends on what your question was aimed at.
Eva S says, I'd love to storage pick, but they don't do that over here in Ireland. So I'm living through the both of you. Appreciate it, Eva.
Bam!
I wonder what they do for storage then if they don't have storage facilities there in Ireland.
Jeremy, no kissing. You lick rocks. I got close.
Turtle Trader watched that video.
That's a good video. I almost got her to lick the rock.
It was my first time hunting for the Tasky stones.
Yes.
And it's just insane how much they're valued.
And here on the island, it's just gravel. They don't even care. It's just gravel.
It means nothing to them.
But if you know its value and you sell it online, then it's the same as anything. Anybody can go at any point in time. There's no money to be made. I can't make any money. I'm going to be a 100% person that tells you you can make money doing just about anything. There is more money out there to be made than ever before. You have more opportunity than ever before. But if you're going to complain that there is no opportunity instead of just going out there and making the opportunity,
you gotta do the research.
That's your issue.
Yeah.
It's not an issue that there's no money to be made. There is millions upon millions upon millions to be made. You have more opportunities than ever before. You have platforms like never before. You can be a worldwide business individual selling all over the world like never before. So if you're struggling, you got to change your mindset, and you got to change with the economic changes as well, and learn those systems, and that way you'll be successful. All make sense? Which is what George has done. She's taken a huge step of faith. But we got to be real as well. I mean, she's got a support system from somebody who's been doing it a long time. So it's easier for her to just jump into it and go, all right, well, I got Jeremy. But it truly is that easy, though. It's, hey, here, let me show you how to do it. And George just goes, all right, well, I'm doing it on my own. Now she's trying to teach me stuff. She's like, look what I just learned.
Yeah, I like to take the time to do the research on my own, because there's so many resources out there. The YouTube alone is an amazing resource of things. So if there's something that I don't know or he's unsure of, I'm on YouTube Googling it, how to do this, or what's the best way to do this, or YouTube's just the best platform.
Can I borrow your phone real quick?
On tutorials, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna look up how to get George to kiss me.
Lauren Salgado, and we apologize if we butcher your name. What are good websites to visit for online auctions of storage units?
It says chocolate. Is that true?
Chocolate? I am a sucker for chocolate.
Huh.
Lauren, there's so many online websites you can go on to look for online auctions. And actually, usually on the first Sunday of every month, our lives go from, we do a 2-hour live. It does, the first segment's a Q&A, and then the second hour is profiling online units in our viewers area for a small donation, and we'll tell you what the top 3 websites are. So we plan on doing that next Sunday.
Yeah, we can't do it on the island today. We have no connectivity for a laptop, so that just won't happen, unfortunately.
So next Sunday, if you want us to profile a unit for you in your area, make sure you hop onto that live. But I'll tell you what the websites are. The top one is storagetreasures.com. There's lockerfox.com and bid13.com. Those are the top 3 that we use during our 2-hour live Q&A when we're profiling units.
And the runner-up is storageauctions.com, but I really don't like that site very well at all. It's not very user-friendly. Yeah, that one's not very user-friendly, in my personal opinion.
And then for live auctions, auctionzip.com will give you.
Yeah, Traveling Treasure
drop-down
Hunter
menu.
John just mentioned that as well. So
Yeah.
yeah, auctionzip.com is going to be your go-to for the live auctions.
For live auctions, plus they give you an option for other different drop-down. You'll have a drop-down menu, and it gives you a bunch of different auctions in the area too, like real estate or what are some other options?
I don't know. I'm
Stock.
looking at the car. I'm hoping that's the police gonna come up to us during the live stream and go, "What are you guys doing?"
Yeah, he's kind of parked funky.
Is it the Popo? Oh, that would be awesome. Oh, it's not the Popo.
No.
That would. I just figured they were coming to
Not
get
the
a
Popo.
picture with George. So the Kelly's Island cops haven't tried to get a picture with you yet, have they?
No, not yet. They've been too busy.
Yeah, they have been. Lots
On
going
patrol.
on. Yeah, on patrol. So the other thing you can do if you go, hey, well, we don't have any live auctions in our area and I can't find any online, just Google your storage auction companies, the facilities,
Yeah.
and then call them and say, hey, how do you get rid of these things? You know, so I want to be a part of it. How can we get rid of these things?
If you have Google Maps on your cell phone, whenever we're traveling, I'll just hop on there and I'll type in storage. Like, so for example, you could type in storage unit facilities near me, and it picks up your location and it tells you like areas.
JK said a cop could get a kiss from you.
No.
Baby, you were engaged to a cop before me. I think you probably got a kiss from you, but I can't get a kiss. Right here, baby.
The Popo.
All right, no kiss. You're right, JK. Probably could, but I'll have to learn the ways.
New Zealand's in the house. It says, if you buy, can you rent the unit for a month or rent a U-Haul?
Yes and yes. If the facility will allow you, you can always rent a unit. If you don't have storage, I mean, remember, the biggest things are people go, well, I don't have money. I don't have time. I don't have storage. So if you can actually make that facility pay for itself, you can keep it right there in the storage and you're paying for the rent of the storage. You work right out
You
of
can
it.
sell items right out of the unit.
And we have friends who do that. So while I have a warehouse because of volume, but like Storage Auction Pirate, who's on here, he rents a facility and he works outside of an actual storage unit.
Susan Hartson wants to know, did you do another magnet fishing trip?
We did one 2 days ago that we actually posted, but we have not yet to do another one.
You did it with the executive director at
Camp Patmos, and we went over the Prince steamship. It's like 240-foot ship on the bottom of Lake Erie. Super cool, over the shipwreck.
I didn't make the trip because I knew that I would, with the small boat they were on and this motion with the waves, I would have gotten motion sick. So, but if you haven't watched that video, make sure you do. It was a fun video. And if you guys want to buy magnets and donate it to the camp,
it's right there in the information. It's in the description.
It's in the description. And did you pin it?
It is pinned as well. Somebody wants to know, if we were offered a reality TV show, would we do it? We've actually had this conversation many times.
We've thought about it. I guess if, because some networks will tell you that you have to get rid of your social media. You're pretty much their puppet. So if they take away our outlet of being our creative outlets and not letting us go on social media, that kind of takes away. We don't want to be anyone's puppet.
It takes away what we're doing and the purpose of what we're doing.
Yeah.
So I would
Brian
never
is saying don't do it. I guess it all depends. Like if they're telling us we need to get rid of our Facebook, because we use Facebook, we use Instagram.
If they said we couldn't do videos on YouTube,
and we use YouTube, those are the top three platforms we use. So yeah, if they tell us that, then no.
But who in the world would offer us, I mean, who the Hales would offer us a reality TV show anyway? So reality is we are living one. It's the reality of our day-to-day life. So
JK says a TV show is a short-term reward. I think it would be a neat experience. That all with the contract.
I love the creativity and the outlet of YouTube. So I used to be able to do all these huge creative things in previous position, executive director of a Christian camp and conference center, and I would theme retreats and and fundraising, and I created things such as aviation camp, where we taught kids how to fly planes, and I would run a men's retreat, and we had the military come in, and I had Chinooks landing on the property, and I mean, you name it, and I had all these things going on. Well, I don't have that creativity outlet anymore, except YouTube has provided that creativity outlet for me. So I appreciate that. Now, George, on the other hand, she's mining her creativity as well. And frankly, I think
check
she's
it out,
more...
Chirpy Cat. Appreciate it.
I think she's more creative than I am at times. Grimesfine says we have a lot in common. I'm sure we do. Number one, Grimesfine, our faith. And then number two, our love for other people's junk. And then number three, probably everything else. I have a feeling when we get side by side together someday, we're going to find out exactly how much we do have in common.
Brian wants to know, Jeremy, what's your favorite storage unit food to find?
Candy.
He does have a sweet tooth, so anything sweet.
I have such a sweet tooth that's ridiculous. And since I've met George, you put 25 pounds on me? You're 25 pounds now, right?
No, you're down to like 20.
Probably up to 30 after this week. So George will be like, oh, I'm hungry. And she'll be like, she'll be like, I'm starving. And so she'll make it and get all this stuff, and she'll eat 2 bites, and she'll be like, and then she'll say,
I do. I have.
And then you'll say,
my eyes are bigger than my appetite.
And then you'll say,
I'm so full.
I'm so full. Will you finish this?
Don't let it go to waste.
She hates food going to waste.
I do.
It's crazy. And so I put on 25 pounds.
George, my brother is on the chat. George says, hey, George, you look so pretty. Thank you. You like our shirts? Unemployed.
I'm a little hurt that he didn't say I look
For those
pretty.
of you who didn't, does Jeremy look pretty? He's getting jelly.
Yeah, Junior, what's the deal?
My youngest brother, George made a cameo appearance in one of our more recent videos. So he met us, we were in the Columbus area, and I'm like, last minute, I'm like, hey, meet us out. And so it was his first auction, and then he bid on his first unit and he won it, and he did an unboxing. So he got an amazing unit.
He did, he really did.
For such a good price.
Let's see. Viewers don't like it when you use a storage unit thermometer. Well,
Pamela guessed gummy bears.
Oh, gummy bears. Yeah, Pamela, I do. Gummy bears are one of my favorites as well. I get a 5-pound bag and
a couple of viewers said that they get motion sickness too. If I'm on the boat and the boat's moving, I'm totally fine. It's when they anchor and the boat's just rocking back and forth. That's when I get motion sickness. But as long as the boat's moving, I'm fine.
Thank you, Pamela Lynn. George didn't recognize it, but Pamela did.
George Mara Deathly Deal says, George is a cute young man. Someone said, GRSK says, he is purty.
Purty. There you go, George, you're purty.
You got a purty mouth. Tasha Goodson says, I can watch all channels all day.
They're all saying hi to your brother.
Yeah, they're all saying hi to my brother.
Remember, his legal name truly is
George.
It is. It's George.
JK says, Pamela, yes, he is hot because it's
90 degrees out. That would be 98 degrees.
I've tried. John says, what about the patch for motion sickness? I've tried the patch. It makes me really groggy. Like, all I want to do is sleep, including Dramamine and like Bonine. Things like that.
You don't want this woman groggy or hungry. Those are the two no-nos. She gets very nice. Very nice.
I do get hangry.
Oh.
We got to wrap it up.
Yep. But we don't. But here's the deal. No song tonight. But if you watch tomorrow night's video, which will be released tomorrow night, you're going to hear a song like never before in an acoustic setting like never before. It's absolutely incredible. As we went on a treasure hunt, and you're not going to believe what we found.
It was one Hales of an experience.
And George will not go back. We should probably just leave it at that. But make sure you when you do actually.
What is that?
Coolant is low. That's odd. Huh. When you do watch the video, make sure you pay special attention with your ears. Probably put earbuds in. If you don't watch with earbuds, put earbuds in. And then also with your eyes, because there's going to be some things you hear and see that you're not going to believe.
Patty72 sent $2, says, you driving a boat out to me?
Maybe. We just might.
We'll definitely take you to an auction, Patty's.
Oh, Icy Profits just sent $10. This ball.
Make sure you guys check out his channel. He does storage units as well.
And hot dog challenges.
He's very, 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 very knowledgeable.
And he does hot dog challenges with Sarcastic Stacker.
Him and Sarcastic Stacker.
They have a good time together.
They do. It's more fun when you're doing storage units. It's more fun to do it with someone versus solo. So they're like the perfect pair.
So we love doing it with Jeebus and Amber.
So make sure you guys check out Icy Profits. All right, guys, our hour is up. Can you believe it?
Already?
Icy Profit says, "LOL, I don't know if I could do 50 hot dogs."
Come on, bring it.
That's a lot of wiener.
No. That's what you said.
Evelyn wants to know, why are people donating money? Super chats are just a small donation to the channel, which help us out a lot. So our hour is up. 510 people are still on.
Let's answer that really quick. So with the super chat, when you watch a video and you watch it from the beginning to the end, when you comment on a video, when you like a video, even if you dislike a video, when you share our videos on your social media, that enables us to do more in this Restorage the Love, the hashtag, and giving back. So if you love seeing that, your gifts and your viewing and your comments and your likes and your shares help us do that. So
YouTube actually keeps a cut of the super chats that they send, but they pay it out once a month, and then we use those funds towards the Restorage the Love movement.
So when you see us spending $600 on a storage unit and gifting it back to somebody, you guys made that possible. It was you. It wasn't us. We're just the vehicle that you've done it through. And we're not the only one doing it. Storage Auction Pirate's out there doing it as well, and so are many others. But Storage Auction Pirate is up next. Make sure you check out his live, because
we'll be hopping on his
live next because we don't want to miss it.
Eric sent $10, says, I missed your show, crying face. Or is that a snoring face?
He was sleeping.
That's okay, Eric, because you could always catch the replay and it's just as good.
I think I missed the show too, but
Patty's72 sent another $2 super chat, says, is for love. That's what I do. Appreciate it, Patty's. All right, guys, we got to wrap it up, and then we're going to hop on Storage Auction Pirate for his live. You'll see us in the chat.
One more thing.
Any last thoughts you want to tell our viewers?
Restorage the Love.
Yes. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. We love you. We'll see you. Who's hosting Auctions Anonymous?
I don't remember.
Is it Grimes Fines?
Grimes Fines, are you hosting Auctions Anonymous on Wednesday?
I think he is. So we'll see you guys next Sunday for our usual live Q&A.
Because he mentioned,
which will be 2-hour segment.
He mentioned packets coming, so.
And then Grimes Fines will be hosting this week's Auctions Anonymous meeting, so we'll be sure to post that link in our community. So we'll see you guys there. Good night.